Hi guys, I'm coming now towards the end of the cigar. I'll admit that it went out once, um, and the burn hasn't been quite even on it. Now, whether that's to do with the way I've lit it, or whether it's to do with the sunlight, I don't know. But the ash is sort of white and firm, holds its ash well, and towards the middle of the cigar I began to get some kind of flavour. It's not sweet, but it's not over bitter or anything like that. But it reminds me of either coffee or a very dark chocolate. Now, I'm not sure exactly whether that's the kind of flavours I should be looking for. It's not salty or sugary or anything like that. It's been a pleasant smoke. And the ash has just fallen off as I've moved the cigar and put my hand on my knee. But you can see it's getting quite short. It's a creamy taste with a sort of a strong, well, not strong, but I'd say about that bitter, that a slightly bitterness when, not an unpleasant bitterness, but a bitterness when I get to the end of the draw and, you know, there's that creaminess in the mouth, but then afterwards I can taste in my mouth sort of a dryness, a nice taste, but I'm quite pleased I haven't soggied the end. I'll have to learn to cut straight. And now I'm getting to the end, it's getting slightly hotter when I smoke. Up to now it's been a very cool smoke. I've been taking it steady because not having been used to cigars, I wasn't sure how nicotine hit it would have, but I haven't really noticed much of a nicotine hit at all. The label came off all right, and I'm going to save the labels and keep them in a sort of an album just to remind myself what I've smoked, and I might put down what I think of them. But as I'm getting towards the end, the taste is intensifying, and I'm still getting that either chocolate or coffee-ish taste. I'm drinking a Moroccan tea, so that might affect any sweetness or anything like that I can taste. I think I'm going to sort of stop the video in a moment but I don't think I've done too badly at all for my first cigar. It's been a good experience. I think when I smoke cigars in future, there'll be stuff more in the evening. Not that there's anything wrong with my smoking it in the afternoon. I had a good meal at lunchtime because I thought that was the wisest thing to do. Looking at the wrapper, it's well wrapped. The end of the cigar seems to have some white crystals now in it. Not many, just one or two. I think they're in the cigar and not coming from my mouth or my lips. The wrapper looks slightly greenish where the line is where it's been put together. There's no sort of great ribs in it. On the whole, I think I would say a very successful first cigar and a first attempt. So I'll finish with another joke. There's this old guy, he's gone to hospital, he's had a urinary infection or something like that, and he's getting better now, but one of the nurses takes his wife aside and says, "Your husband's really tattooed. It's been quite the novelty sort of looking after him, but there's one tattoo that has got us puzzled." And his wife said, "Well, what's that?" And she said, "Well, when he was really ill, we had to put his penis in the bottle so he could urinate. And I happened to notice that it's got Ludo tattooed on it." And his wife says, "Ludo?" And she said, "Yes, Ludo." And she said, "Oh no, that's not Ludo." She said, "Just where we went for a honeymoon. And he had it tattooed on his todger. It actually says Llandudno."